Hi. Oh, yay, I'm back. Oh, this feels so nice to be back here. Oh shit. Alright. Hold on. Alright. Okay, to preface the long hiatus from the last stream video upload, whatever you want to call it. I'm currently I'm sorry. Look, I just got back from Korea about 5 hours ago, and I drove 3 hours to my uncle's place to pick up my car, and then drove an hour to get home. So yes, I just got back, and now I am so tired. Like, I guess my mind's not tired, it's more like my body's tired. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm just rambling. I'll probably cut this out maybe. I don't know. Why am I doing this? Okay, whatever. Time zone here and time zone in Korea is like, there's like a 13-hour difference. So my body thinks that it is 7:30 a.m., but it's actually 8:30 p.m. So that's nice. I look outside and it's actually still sunny. That's actually nice. It's a lot nicer than it was a month ago. Alright. Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna can't be like, no, nothing's changed. No. I'm so tired. Alright, time to remember all the voices. There weren't a lot, but I know I jumped around a lot for a lot of them. Okay. Okay, deep breaths. Deep breaths! 1, 2, 3. Oh, so I've got some green tea. I don't know why I had to tell you that. Oh, I'm so tired. Why am I so... Okay. Okay, I just slapped my face. Okay, let's do this. Okay. It has been almost 3 weeks since Mother's revival, and yet I have not heard or seen anything of her. What was her voice? Wait, no, I remember. What are you planning to do? Excuse me. What are you planning to do, Mother? Parfait told me before that the TB had already chosen me as the next bearer. Does that have anything to do with why Mother is still in hiding? It's impossible not to feel the weight of my new responsibility. I have not yet fully accepted now that I am now the bearer. I have not yet fully accepted that I am now the bearer, but I cannot run from this responsibility for long. The TB bearer's duty is to work alongside Parfait to balance the light and darkness of the kingdom. That balance had only just begun mending before Mother's sudden revival. For nights, I have been wondering if there is some other way to stop Mother without fighting her. A small part of me hopes that perhaps Mother can still change. Nah. I think about that and then I remember how Mother so heartlessly killed Father as soon as she had been revived. Yeah. She was sleeping for 4 years, but that did not change her mind. Even now, I can only assume that she is still means to make this kingdom suffer. It feels as if my heart is twisting itself into a knot. I gasp when a bright spark fizzles to life in my hands. Oh! I clench and unclench my hands, taking deep breaths to calm myself. Ever since I tried to work with magic, it has been activating on its own. Activating on its own, huh? Is that how magic works? That's kind of weird. And then you'll be like, no, that's how magic works. Cause magic works because magic. There's no laws tied to magic. Whenever I feel any sort of deep emotion, some type of electricity sparks in my hands. It is all I can do to try and keep my emotions in check. The last thing I want to do is accidentally burn down the Martian, or hurt anyone inside of it. Dolores and Waltz have both agreed to start teaching me how to use my magic. For the last few days, the forest near the Martian has served as the training grounds. Parfait constantly cloaks the Martian in powerful magic to keep our presence hidden from Mother and the other witches. It allows us to use our magic without worrying about being tracked. Wait, what? I thought they already... What? I didn't... What was his name? Didn't Fritz just stumble upon the Martian that one time? Was that just plain luck, or was it because of Varg's influence? I still don't know his deal, so we'll just... I'm pretty sure that'll be all figured out, solved, mystery solved during that route. I'm just guessing. I'm also very tired. I should stop complaining. Still, Parfait's constant spell has been considerably weakened her. Lauren Waltz tried to convince her not to cast it in the first place, but Parfait insisted that we remain as close to the TB as possible rather than move somewhere safer. Why? She told us that I need to be close to the TB as its bearer. As far as we all know, the crystal is still unmoved in the palace. Don't you know transportation magic? Can't you just poof, go to the crystal and then touch the crystal and then imagine back to the Martian or some other... Actually, that sounds really complicated. I know that the chance I will face Mother in a battle of magic is extremely high. Although I fear the outcome, I have no choice but to consider the possibility. Time is running out, and I do not have the luxury of waiting much longer. I must decide what I must do. They all believe that I'm the only one who can stand up to Mother, even with so little patience. Practice! How did I do this voice last time? Last night I told Parfait that I would make my decision the next day, and that I would tell everyone what I decided. Now is the time for that decision. When I step into the reception room, everyone is already there waiting for me. I catch Waltz's eyes first. He cocks his head ever so slightly, his lips stretching into a warm smile. I nod at him and smile back. I take a deep breath before facing everyone. This is the first time I've spoken properly with everyone since my father's death. Wasn't that like a couple weeks back? It's been a couple weeks. Before I tell you of my decision, I want to apologize for everything that I have done and for everything that has happened. It wasn't your fault. Mother's back because I was a coward, and father died because I was weak. Wow, alright. Lucette. Ophelia is the first to respond. It wasn't your fault, dear. I stared down at the ground with my hands clenched. I try to will my anger away, but only manage a few deep, stilling breaths before I look up again. I brought Mother back because I feared that disobedience would have them killed my father. Yet in the end, he was still... Wait, did I... So was... Wait. What would have... Oh my god. This is gonna haunt me. Because what would have happened if I chose the other option? If I didn't... Would they just kill him off? I don't know. Look. No, wait. I doubt it. I have to go back. All the way back. The image of Father's smiling face flashes through my mind. I clear my throat. I promised him that I would protect NGL, and that is what I intend to do. I will do everything I can to protect our kingdom. Spoken like a queen. I remember your voice. The words are shocking even more so when they come out of Dolores' mouth. Queen? Why do you seem surprised, princess? You know you're the next in line for the throne. I hadn't even thought about being the next ruler. I'm not even sure I have the right qualities. Can I really do this? I mean, I don't think anyone's ready for that kind of position. I wanted to see you become queen. Protect our kingdom. I can't let father down. I have to do this for his sake, but the kingdom comes before the crown. I will only take the crown if I can win it back. I'm gonna rely on all of you. Because it's not like me to admit my weaknesses, but I cannot keep pretending that I can do all of this on my own. I'm not certain how much I will be able to do on my own. You underestimate yourself too much, Glusette. Have some confidence. It'll be hard, but we will stop Mother. Together we might stand a chance against her. Hilda is strong, but not invulnerable. It's not like she's a god or anything, right? Parfait? Parfait looks at me, eyebrows furrowed. You know what we must do to stop Hilda, princess. I feel a tinge of pain in my chest, but force my eyes to hold Parfait's gaze. I look into Parfait's eyes with determination. I do. We must assassinate the queen! Whoa, what? This is a first for the... I've never heard this song before. Oh, it's nice. Later that same day, I resumed my training with Waltz while Parfait and Delord try to come up with a plan. Urian and Garland return to the town to listen for any information regarding Mother and Alcaster or any happenings in the palace. I force myself to focus only on learning how to use my magic as fast as I can. Today, Waltz is continuing his lessons on barriers. He has been teaching me the same spells for the past week, emphasizing my protection. Let's review the types of barriers I've been trying to teach you. Do you remember them? One shields you from harm, while the other deflects a spell back at the caster. Powerful spells cannot be deflected. That's why you need to be able to tell which spells can be reflected and which cannot. Otherwise, you'll end up using the wrong barrier. A single mistake can cost you your life. So how do I know which barrier I should use? Allow me to demonstrate. You've seen me cast my spells many times, so you should be able to tell the difference between them. But for now, let's think of it as another game. Just take a guess. Who knows, you might actually give me the right answer. And who knows, I might actually accidentally kill you. I'll give you a nice little treat if you do. If you win, of course. A treat? Maybe a candied apple? You always did like treating me in town. It's special this time. Ooh. Wonder if this is just like those other sweets he treated me to before. Waltz snaps his fingers and a glimmering but faint purple light appears around him. It is faded at first but slowly becomes brighter as he moves his hands. Usually the effects of Waltz's magic are immediate, but this spell is taking longer to cast. Is it a stronger magic? I remember Waltz telling me before that it takes a lot of energy to cast a strong barrier. Does that apply to offensive spells as well? Why don't you... Oh god, what? It's a strong spell, so shield. The slow casting oh my god! The slow casting time makes this seem like a powerful spell, and powerful spells cannot be deflected. Surely this is the right answer? Is that your final answer? Da-da-da. My confidence is thwarted by sudden indecision. Lucette, in this midst of a battle, you won't have the luxury of time to think about your decision. I look at him and nod. It should be the right answer. That's correct. Now prepare your shield. Well, I have never shielded myself against a powerful spell. What if my barrier breaks and then I die? I'm the goddamn protagonist! Sorry. That was off script. Trust in yourself, Lucette. I do as instructed and stretch out my hands to cast a barrier to shield myself. Ooh. I got blue magic. Here I go. My hands shake as Waltz's spell collides with my barrier. I plant my feet to hold myself upright. Such a strong spell. When the light dissipates, I look up hesitantly before smiling triumphantly when I see that my barrier is still in one piece. I did it! Well done, little star. I eye the barrier again. My heart sinks when I notice few cracks in the surface. My barrier? Don't fret, Lucette. Even the strongest barrier will obtain cracks after being hit by a powerful spell. That's why you set up your next barrier. That is when you set up your next barrier. Your opponent will usually make this mistake of assuming you have the same shield up and attack you with a weaker spell to try and break it. You can be ready for them with a new barrier. Oh god, do I actively have to choose between which barrier to use? I nod. During the battle against Hilder, no! I'm impressed at how fast a learner you are. I have a good teacher. Think you're just a good student. So, when will you teach me offensive spells? I don't think you'd need to learn those quite yet. The witches we're up against will probably stick to offense, which means protecting yourself will be even more vital than trying to attack them. I told everyone that I would fight, and I meant it. If I need to hurt someone to save someone, I will do it, no matter how redundant that sounds. I look him in the eyes, my gaze unwavering. I still need to learn, even if it is just one offensive spell, Waltz. Maybe like a disarming spell? Before I need to help you. I cannot do that by just conjuring barriers. I will not lose anyone else this time, Waltz. I look up at Waltz, and my heart aches at the sight of his frown. I don't want to lose you either. That is why I need to be as strong as possible. I want to be able to protect you. Waltz makes his way over to me in just a few strides and pulls me into his arms. I will do what I can to save you from a repeat of what happened last time, Lucette. But you won't lose me. Waltz pulls back and looks at me, his expression warm and gentle. Here's your treat, as promised. Huh? Waltz bends down to place his lips over mine in a soft kiss. Ooh. It's this short-lived kiss, but it's still enough to make me breathless. You're all red, Lucette. That was your special treat? Disappointed? I quickly press my cheek to his chest to keep him from seeing my tinted cheeks. No. Let's call it a day. You need to rest. Teach me an offensive spell first. Wow, she's pretty adamant about this. Lucette, we've been practicing since morning and it'll be dark soon. You already know that overusing your magic will take a toll on your body, especially if you're still getting accustomed to it. I shake my head at Waltz, determined. Using my magic before did wear me out, but now I can handle more. What kind of bear would I be if I couldn't handle this much? Please, I'm begging you, Waltz. He eventually sighs and rubs the back of his neck, which I just did right now. Wow, that was kind of weird right now. Alright, cool. Waltz and I are on the same page, I guess. Okay, but just one spell. Thank you. He steps away from me. What I will teach you is a lightning spell. It's not for the faint-hearted. Well, that's fitting. It will inflict excruciating pain on your enemies and also potentially paralyze them. What is this, Pokemon? I nod as Waltz continues his explanation. Though I tried as I might to conjure the electricity, I have only managed sparks at the end of the day. This is one of those anime things where it's closely tied to your emotions, and so when you're angry, it's stronger, or when you're sad, it's stronger. Or like very like... I don't know what the word is. Anyways, I collapse onto my bed. I can feel the exhaustion lying over me like a blanket. I can barely move my arms after trying the lightning spell over and over again. I need to learn that spell as soon as possible, so I can zip people! I yawn and then close my eyes. Sleep comes easy that night. Oh god, what was her voice? Lucette. Oh god, yep. That voice, it's like Goofy, but drunk. Come to me, my sweet princess. No, that's not Goofy anymore. What is this? No. You'll have no choice in this, little one. You'll come back to me whether you like it or not. I'll be waiting for you. That's pretty creepy. I sit up in my bed, my heart pounding loudly in my chest and in my ears. A dream? I wipe unexpected beads of sweat from my forehead as I calm myself with steady breaths. No. I will never go back to your mother. I end up waking up later than usual as a result of my practice from yesterday. When I step inside the reception room, I see Urian Garland speaking with Parfait, Delore, and Waltz. There's a definite solemnity. Oh god, this word. I don't know how to say this word. There's a definite solemnity to the air. Oh my god, it's gonna bother me so much now. They all turn to look at me as they approach. Did something happen? Princess, the palace made an announcement today. They're issuing a higher bounty on your head for murder and treason. What? It was very strange. What with the fact that they haven't even bothered to look for you since that day. Something must have happened that forced them to suddenly act. Dolores soon gathers everyone in the room to discuss Urian Garland's discovery. The only one who is not here is Anise, who is in town buying ingredients for the Martians' meals. But Lucette didn't kill anyone. Isn't there some way to convince them? Alcaster is in power now, and people favor him. Now that everyone remembers who I am, they are once again frightened of me. No one would listen to you. They haven't seen how much you've changed. If only they could understand your circumstances, then they might be more sympathetic. I look at Emmeline in surprise and find myself smiling at her. Thank you for your kind words. I turn to everyone once again and frown. Once again, I'm the one putting everyone in danger. I'm so sorry. If anyone of them gets hurt, I'll never forgive myself. Waltz takes my hand and squeezes it. A simple gesture does wonders to calm my nerves. Don't be too hard on yourself, Lucette. We've already told you. We want to help you. We're in this together. We're all in this together. Everyone remember that? No? Okay, cool. He's right. I'm not sure if there's much Rod, Emmeline are... I'm not sure if there is much Rod, Emmeline, or I could do, but we will definitely support you until the end. Before I might have cringed at her words, but now Ophelia has nothing to gain from pretending. Mother's right. We're a family, and we will not. Ah! We're a family, and we will not abandon you. Ophelia and Emmeline are both smiling at me warmly. Even Ron seems to have a ghost of a smile on his face. Thank you. I apologize for bringing this up, Karma, but is it possible to ask for reinforcements from Brucantia? Brucantia? Brucantia is one of our neighboring kingdoms. We have never had close ties, mostly because Brucantia's king tends to stay away from our personal and political affairs. They have always refused to engage in any sort of violent affairs. We all look to Karma, who stands there looking sullen. Oh my god, they have the Hilda on the headband? No, wait, no. I don't. Wait, After a few moments, he lets out an exasperated sigh. You want me to ask the Kingdom of Brucantia for help? I remember Karma mentioning before that he was part of a noble family, but I didn't expect him to be from Brucantia. What is he doing here? And how could he possibly ask for help from a king? The king does not participate in battles or skirmishes. Seems unlikely that he would provide support. He wouldn't provide assistance, not even if his own son asked him. Son? You mean? Karma crosses his arms and sighs. Well, I suppose there's no hiding it anymore. Yes, I am the son of King Clement of Brucantia. Judging from the sudden quiet in the room, it seems that Parfait, Delora, Waltz, and the knights were the only ones that knew. You're the Lost Prince? The Lost Prince? Gennaro told me that King Clement's oldest son had disappeared just a year ago. There were circumstances. My family never knew I had the fairy tale curse. I was forced to leave my kingdom so that I could come here to break my curse. He came to Angio to break his curse. Yes, that is exactly what. Why does she always repeat? I'm so tired. I'm complaining way too much right now. His eyes wander slowly to me, but then he focuses once more on the conversation. To answer your question, no, I do not believe. Oh God. To answer your question, though, no, I do not believe my father would send help. He hasn't heard from me since I left a year ago, and he would most likely think me some kind of imposter unless I showed up at the kingdom's doorstep. Even then, he would have too many questions and we would never get the help we're seeking in time. It seems we can't rely on them for help then. We all turn to stare at Anise. The fine lady Anise has suddenly appeared in the Martian. What magic is this? I think that's his voice. I actually just came back. I'm sorry for starting you all. I found this and had to bring it back. Her smile fades as she pulls out a flyer for us to see. An announcement? From a look at things, 4 days from now, Alcaster will make a speech about the changes that are to happen in NGL. Changes? That doesn't sound very promising. It means it means bad news, but it may be worthwhile to take a look. This might give us some insight in what to. I am Delora, Queen of Enunciation. Okay, take two. It means bad news, but it may be worthwhile to take a look. This might give us some insight into what's happening at the palace. Please don't talk anymore. My voice hurts, Delora. Hilda is still in hiding, but it seems very likely she could be involved in all of this somehow. They could be plotting something special for that day. Ooh. Garland and I can go to the event then. We'll make sure not to stand out. Are you kidding me? You guys stand out so much! Who else has blonde hair and red eyes? I'm coming too! What? Lucette. You dumb princess. I was gonna say something nastier than that. Oh boy. I need to know what is happening. I can't hide forever, Waltz. I'll go, and I don't need anyone's permission to do so. We all know this is a bad idea. Well, I guess you're technically the next queen after all. Delora, don't encourage her. We both know how stubborn she is, excuse me. She won't stay put, even if we were commanded to. We could, like, force to go to sleep with some magic, I don't know. Delora looks at me and winks. What? She's on my side? This is clearly a bad idea. Parfait lets out a heavy sigh. Waltz and Karma will accompany her then. Waltz nods. Karma looks somewhat startled, but eventually nods as well. So until the day comes, we all need to prepare for the worst case scenario. Everybody dies. I think that's the worst case scenario, right?